Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to the Keto Fit Weight Loss Coaching for Women. I am Jess, and I help women lose weight and overcome emotional eating through a keto diet and mindset and motivation coaching. Thanks so much for tuning in with me this morning on this beautiful Friday. I'm with you a little earlier than usual this morning because I've got a really busy morning. We're having a new fridge delivered, which I'm so grateful to be able to get a new fridge, but you know, the delivery people say that they will be here between a 6-hour window and you just never know when they're going to be here. And you're kind of trying to figure out your life and your schedule. So that's me this morning, but I'm still so grateful that you're here tuning in with me. And on this Friday, I want to talk about another affirmation that I write down every day and say to myself every day. So that is, I move my body every day. I move my body every day. I'm actually still in my workout clothes. I just got in my morning walk and earbuds and so on and so forth. Now, I did put on some makeup for you guys because I don't do my makeup before I work out. So it's not totally authentic here. It's not like I woke up like this, but yeah, I wanted to just chat with you guys a little bit about exercise and what my philosophy is on exercise and what I do and how I formed more of a healthy relationship with it. So the affirmation that I write down is, I move my body every day. I don't like to be prescriptive with people, like how many minutes or so on and so forth, but I do think that moving your body every day is something that is totally doable. And, you know, you might hear every day and kind of freak out and think like, well, don't I need to take a day off? Don't I need to rest? I'm not talking about anything high intensity. I'm talking about consistency over intensity and moving your body as a way to actually celebrate your body and appreciate your body, not any kind of a punishment mindset. I used to have a really dysfunctional relationship with exercise, and I've always hated exercise for that reason, because I always thought that exercise was like a punishment or like a trade-off, basically, where if I wanted to eat more calories, then I needed to burn this many calories in order to do so. Or if I overdid it the day before, now I need to work out extra hard today. Or if I overdid it this morning, now I need to like sneak in an extra long workout or something like that. So that was always kind of my dysfunctional relationship with exercise, basically in terms of calories in, calories out. And I'm so over that now with keto. I stopped counting calories a long time ago. And now I try to just be, now that I'm at my goal weight, I try to just be even more intuitive with eating. But in general, my personality type is kind of all or nothing. I don't know about you. Some people are a lot better at being moderators, but I'm more of an abstainer. So I can't remember really where I got this terminology from, but I thought it was so poignant. And anything that breaks people into categories is so interesting to me, like personality tests and stuff like that. I love it. But this one, of course, is very simplistic to say on this particular thing that we're looking at, that there's only two types of people. So abstainers versus moderators. So an abstainer is the kind of person who it's easier for them to never do something or to do it all the time than to only do it every once in a while. So it's easier for me with keto to never ever deviate. And I haven't actually. I mean, once in a while I'll have like a keto treat, but since 2013 when I started, I've never had bread, rice, potatoes, not a single bite. You might think I'm crazy, but that's literally what works for me. So not only did I have, food addiction, like if you have like a real addiction, you can't moderate that. You can't tell an alcoholic, like, only have one drink a week. You can't tell somebody addicted to cigarettes, like, yeah, only have one socially. Like, it just goes off the bandwagon. So not only was I dealing with addiction, but my personality wiring really is just, I'm so much more comfortable with being an abstainer. I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want it to have to be any kind of decision. I just put it out of my mind. I block it out of my life. And I say, like, these foods I just don't eat. I know that some people might look at that and think like, well, that's unhealthy. You know, you shouldn't demonize any food group. That's not what I'm saying. I don't demonize those things. I don't think that that they're bad for me to eat carbs, but I know that I feel at my best. And I know that I do better mentally when I don't have to wrestle with those kind of decisions. So that's me. I'm an abstainer. I'm all in, or get something completely out of my life, or I'm completely sold on it and do it every single day consistently. Now, my husband is more of a moderator, and I've worked with a lot of clients who are moderators as well, and that's totally okay. So for a moderator, that actually seems like hell on earth to just think, oh, I can never eat that again, or I have to do that every single day of my life, no matter what. My husband's definitely more of a moderator. He's done, keto with me before, but he feels like he needs to be able to have a day at least once a week where he gets to deviate from the standard. And I totally understand that. So that's what makes him happy. That's what works for him. And again, I've worked with a lot of clients who do that as well. I think that the key though, is that you're intentional and that you're planning that out. So here I am talking about a lot of food stuff, but in general, what I wanted to get at with you guys is this idea of like two different types of people and how they're wired. But I move my body every single day, getting back to exercise. So this doesn't have to be something that is very intense. And in fact, my philosophy on exercise is that when it comes to weight loss, I think exercise is really pretty overrated. That's one thing that I love so much about following a low carb diet is you can be really successful at weight loss without any exercise at all. And I'm not saying don't exercise, because I believe that exercise has its place and has a lot of benefits. You should exercise. I believe everybody should move their body every day in celebration of their body, and more for mental health and for other reasons like heart health and strength and muscle strength and things like that. But in terms of weight loss, there's been study after study that's actually shown that exercise can actually sometimes hamper you more than you realize. For one, intense exercise can actually produce a lot of inflammation in the body, which causes you to retain water and causes your weight to go up. So of course it'll level back out, but after a hard workout, it can be really discouraging. Like, oh, I just worked out so hard yesterday. I did P90X. It was awesome. Step on the scale the next morning and you're up 3 pounds. And then you get super upset and think, what the hell am I even doing this for? And eat all the things, right? That's been my experience with exercise for sure. So another thing that exercise can do to kind of hamper your weight loss efforts is it is a stress on the body. And it's a good stress. So there's good stress and there's bad stress. It's not, bad stress is really like chronic prolonged stress that really doesn't have any kind of intention or purpose that you're seeking. So a job you hate, let's just say, or a toxic relationship, let's just say. So that's bad stress, but working out is good stress to your body. But the issue is that you have to expect is that it's going to cause your stress hormones to increase, primarily cortisol. And cortisol is very linked to insulin sensitivity as well. And what that does is it can cause you to cause your weight to go up. And that can be something that's pretty frustrating, right? If you're really trying to lose weight. And the last thing is that after intense exercise, it actually causes your appetite to increase. So your body's thinking like, oh, I'm in fight or flight mode, I'm in danger mode, which is the stress response, which is normal and okay. But then as soon as you start to calm down from that, your body wants to recover, and it'll like drive you physiologically, chemically, mentally. It's time to eat. It's time to eat more. So there's the physiological cue literally telling you to eat more. So now you're consuming more food and more calories than you would have if you didn't work out. But also you get kind of this reward mentality too. So, my husband used to go to Planet Fitness like all the time and work out. And then there was a smoothie place right next door, but he would get like the crazy large, extra large smoothie that was loaded with sugar and everything like that. But it was kind of like this reward mentality, like I deserve this. Or you might go for a run and then go to Starbucks and get the blueberry muffin from the drive-thru because you worked out today. So there's so many things that kind of point to that really weight loss is 80% nutrition and maybe 20% exercise, if that. So why am I kind of knocking exercise, right? But I'm actually saying I move my body every day. I think it's so important to move your body every day, not for weight loss, but as a form of self-care, as a form of self-love. I have found exercise to be so much more important to my mental health, particularly anxiety. It's really helped me with. But how do I approach that so that I'm not basically causing my weight loss efforts to backfire, but I'm still getting the benefits of exercise that I'm seeking, which is to celebrate my body and to experience mental health and gain some physical strength. So this is not prescriptive for everybody. I'm not saying follow this plan. I'm just telling you to tune into yourself and learn what works for you. So what works for me is that I go for a walk every single day. And what I do is I will walk anywhere between 30 and 90 minutes a day. Usually I take a 30-minute walk in the morning. I just plan that into my calendar no matter what. It's non-negotiable. During the week, I do that after I drop off my daughter at daycare and before I get on with the rest of my day. And on the weekends, I will put her in the stroller and give her the tablet and we'll go together. So above and beyond that is just kind of bonus. So if I find like a gap in my day, I'm already dressed and everything, so it's so hot outside, I'm trying not to get too hot, I'll just take a 10-minute walk around my block and maybe do that a few extra times in the day. Everything adds up, and you don't have to get exercise in one big chunk. Who says? So you can just do 3 little 10-minute things whenever you have the time. I've had some clients that have had a lot of joint pain and it makes it really difficult to do extended exercise. So I would just say do what you can. Do 10 minutes. That's totally okay. So I've had some clients that even, walking for 10 minutes is too difficult to do. So if you are differently abled, I would say still find a way to connect with your body every single day. So some other alternatives to maybe traditional exercise would be just to sit comfortably, get in a position that's comfortable for you and connect with your breathing. So there's lots of different breath work techniques that you can Google. But also another thing that you could do is even just touching your body, just running your hands over your legs, over your arms, and just taking a couple moments of intentionality to appreciate your body and connect with your body. So I move my body every day. I've talked a little bit about why I think exercise is overrated and now why I still practice it, but not for weight loss efforts, but as a form of self-care and self-love. And the last thing that I want to say is that I fully recognize that not everybody is motivated like me. I'm definitely internally motivated. So it's pretty easy for me to just say, this is something that I'm going to do, and then just do it. But most of the clients that I work with are not internally motivated. They're actually externally motivated, which makes sense because they're seeking out a coach, right? So if you are externally motivated, absolutely no shame in that. Just recognize that that's how you're wired and try to use it to your benefit. So if you want to start a new habit of moving your body every day, you've got to find a way to motivate yourself externally by involving some other people, because you're really great at showing up for others, but you kind of struggle when it comes to just showing up for your own personal goals. So find a buddy to walk with. I see some ladies in my neighborhood walking together every single morning. That's awesome. You could even do it virtually. Get on your earbuds and do a phone call with a friend. I know we're in COVID and we're not necessarily seeing people, or you might have your best friend live across the country like me, right? So you could do that. You could get an app where you actually share your workouts. My husband does this. He goes for a certain trail every single day. He changes it. That would drive me crazy, but he goes for a different trail every single day, and then he shares the shape of it and he asks people to say, what do you think this shape looks like? And there's kind of like a contest. He's so silly. But he's definitely more externally motivated. So that's something that he does. And then you could even just do a checkbox on the fridge. So get on your computer, print something out, get a 30-day calendar and just check the box every single day. The people in your family are going to see it. And, just having somebody else with eyes on that you're trying to set a good example or whatever it might be, that can be really motivating. So again, my name is Jess. I'm from the Keto Fit Weight Loss Coaching for Women. Today I've been talking about why I move my body every day and what works for me. I encourage you to find something that works for you. So thanks for tuning in. I hope that everybody has a great weekend. I'll be back with you guys next week sharing the keto tip of the week and talking a little bit more about quotes to inspire you and encourage you and affirmations. And I'll also be sharing a little bit more next week about coaching. So just real quick plug, I am a personal coach and I offer keto self-care coaching just for women, and I offer that in small groups as well as one-on-one. If you are interested, group coaching starts the week after Labor Day, and I offer that about every 6 weeks or so. It's a 5-week program, so if you can't get in for Labor Day, I'll be doing another one mid-October, but I would love for you to get in and join us for the first week of September, that round of group coaching. If you're interested, just send me a direct message to get started, and I also offer one-on-one coaching where you can start anytime. I really look forward to getting to know you better. So let's start today. Send me a message. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.